There's a lot of advanced technology. A lot of companies have gone down the machine learning and automation routes, and the technologies are there. I think what's happening is there's been a lack of investment by many companies, and certainly maybe in the public sector for example, water utility and electrical grid companies haven't put the investment they needed to in making sure that they are cyber secure.
I still want to understand how much can you really ring fence, when it comes to data online, which is like a lot of data, right? How much can you ring fence that against security threats? Because we all know that these hackers are very smart people. Some of them just pretty much spend their lives trying to break into a system. And so there's one layer after the other. So what are your thoughts there? I mean, do you think that this can be made foolproof?
Well, it can certainly be increased. I mean, one of the things that we're seeing is you've seen with GDPR in Europe and you've seen with CCPA in California, and you've got the privacy bill going through in China, so legislation around privacy information protection law. Companies should only be collecting data that they actually need to hold on to. And I think, over the last number of years, you've seen companies collect way more than they actually need to run their business. So if you reduce the amount of data that people are collecting, then it reduces the risk. Can it always be secured against cyber threats? The answer to that is probably no, because if you look at some of the issues around the attacks that have happened over the last several years, a lot of them unfortunately involve human nature, and it's an education and awareness of employees and protection in other ways to make sure people don't click on links and give away credentials.
Absolutely. And finally, Tony, how do you see this playing out region-wise? Because the U.S. has its own way of dealing with cybersecurity. We are seeing China do its own thing, and then, of course, the rest of the world follow suit. What are your thoughts on how countries will really come together on this issue?
Well, the internet is a global entity, and actually, I think countries need to come together and have a global response to this issue, because you've got in Australia, you have the ransomware bill looking at making it mandatory to report a ransomware attack or a payment of a ransomware. You've got China with its data security law and the forthcoming privacy law. You've got the USA talking to different initiatives. You've got different plans all over the world. I think we need to come together as one. And typically, the cybersecurity industry is very good at sharing data. So maybe actually, governments should learn from that and actually come together and fight this as one.